Max, has it sunk in yet? I mean, do you know what you're about to go through over the next 4 days?
I haven't really, thought about it, like that. I think, something after the trip, you'll be able to reflect on it. But, something to look forward to. It's a huge honor, especially, for me, my family, for this team and TCU. Just to get this opportunity to go there, put TCU on a national, platform for a lot of people to see our story, our program, our school down here in Fort Worth. That small school in Fort Worth that everyone talks about. So it's gonna be good.
Max, can you believe this has happened? Like considering how the year started, and now you're going to go to New York City as a Heisman finalist. Is that just all of it? Can you believe that it's transpired the way it has?
Yeah, it's a dream come true. It's something that as a little kid you wish watch the Heisman ceremony, that you can be up there one day. Through a lot of the ups and downs of my career in the past 4 years, being around these guys, being around these students, this university. It's something that you're gonna remember, and this university can remember for a long time.
Max, what's the recognition been like from home? Because I think researching, you might be the first Heisman Trophy finalist ever from Council Bluffs.
Yeah, so it's I've had a lot of good text messages, a lot of phone calls from people that I have a lot of respect for, that support me. So it's just been a lot of fun to get Council Bluffs on the map. I know another guy, Joe Burrow. He was born in Ames, Iowa, so that's another fellow Iowan that was able to kind of win the trophy. But it's just been a lot of good recognition for Iowa and Council Bluffs and Southwest Iowa.
Max, you talked about your love for TCU and the Fort Worth community. Is there anything special that makes your connection so strong?
I think it's just how close this community is, the love that people have for Fort Worth and TCU. You kind of get some other schools where it's like, people say they love that school, and it really depends on if they win on Saturdays. But I think there's more than that at TCU. People love getting to interact with each other. It's more than sports. Academically, things of that sort. Fort Worth, the community. People always like come back. If you don't leave Fort Worth, you're always going to come back. You're going to support TCU, support this university. I think that's what makes this place different than a lot of other places.
Max, you seem to be more proud of finalists, that it would say more about your team and the people and your coaches than it does you. Well, now that you're a finalist, what do you think this achievement just says about this program in general?
Yeah, again, I think it kind of get lost in a lot of these awards that football's still a team sport. There's a lot going on than one guy pulling the trigger. But again, it shows everything else to the guys in this locker room that I get to play with, this coaching staff, the support this university has given us. It shows a lot to them of just the support that they put into us, the amount of time that they put in to us. But it's going to be good for all those guys that don't really get recognized, kind of in the dark, to kind of get their name put out there.
It would seem through this whole time that there hasn't been a moment that's felt too big for you. But as you now go through these last 24 to 48 hours being named Heisman finalist, I mean, you're at the Mavs game last night and they're showing Odell Beckham on the screen, and then they're showing you on the screen. I mean, you're being recognized on that kind of level right now as one of the famed people of Dallas, right? I mean, has that kind of stuff sunk in for you, and what has this ride been like for you even just since Saturday?
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's a fortunate position to be in. But I think the thing that really comes down to it is just staying humble. Remembering where you came from, all the things, the lows that you've been in, seeing all the hard work that I put in, that people around me have put in, with me, people in my corner that have supported me. So I think that's where it comes down to is it's an honor to be in that position, to get recognized like this, but you gotta stay humble, be polite, all that sort to the people that helped you get here.
You mentioned lows. What lows have gone through your mind in the last couple of days that have maybe kept you humble, and how does that maybe allow you to appreciate where you are now?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Of the dark days of the last 3 years or last 4 years of losing football games, things of that sort. Certain things with coaching staffs. It's just a lot of things that have kind of put you down low. Confidence has kind of gotten lower as well. But you keep getting back up. A lot of guys around me have helped me, and a lot of people in my circle have helped me, and I'm grateful for all those people.
Max, what was that conversation like with your mom and dad when you learned that you were a finalist for the Heisman?
Yeah, it was they were happy. It was something that I could share with them. They've helped me more than they'll ever know, the amount of time that they put in with me, whether it's in all sports of after baseball games, after I'd go 0 for 4, but I got to have my mom throw me soft toss in the batting cage, at 10 o'clock at night because I wanted to get off my mind, all those trips to sporting events, spending all this time and money of traveling and all that. So, they've helped me more than anything or more than they'll ever know.
Actually, you graduate in a couple weeks, don't you?
Yeah.
Will you get a chance to participate in the credential ceremonies, or will you wait until May?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll be walking in December in a couple weeks.
Max, how excited are you for studying for your finals?
Yeah, can't wait. Yep, all my professors already told them I'm ready to go. Can't wait for it. It's going to be straight A's.
Have you heard from anyone where you looked at your phone and went, wow, that's kind of cool? Has there anyone stood out to you?
I have some guys that, are from kind of the area that have reached out to me that are some big time names. I have some older guys from TCU that, I didn't play with, but, are in the league that have been watching us and, have some, congratulation texts. So it's been fun to see those guys kind of, continue to follow this program, be supportive of us because, those guys, built this whole thing.
How about your current teammates? What has their reaction been? Is there anything that sticks out to you? Is there one comment from one of your teammates that sticks out?
Yeah, there's just a lot of love from those guys. I've gotten, a lot of text messages, a lot of phone calls, things of that sort. And, that's why I wanted them. I want them to be, proud of it because this is an award for them too. They're up for it. Those guys, mean a lot to me. And having them kind of get recognized as well, it's not a personal achievement, but seeing those guys be proud of it, and I want them to be proud of it and kind of take it on as their own. So,
Max, after y'all beat Texas, I saw a picture of you and Coach Pete hugging. I think he said something along the lines of, go win the college football playoff, go in there. Me and Mrs. P are gonna go and root for you. Has he reached out to you, and what does that mean?
Yeah, so I haven't even looked at my phone yet from last night. I put on Do Not Disturb, so I don't even know who's texted me, who's called me, things of that sort. I've kind of seen a couple of them, but yeah, he had a lot of good things to say. He congratulated me on the Johnny Unitas Award, so just a lot of good things to say. He's continuing to watch. He's supportive. He loves all these guys in his locker room, and I know he's thinking about us.
Actually, you're in a really weird spot in the sense that you played 4 years, but because of 2020, everybody gets another year. You want to come back for another year?
Yeah, so there's a lot of, I've talked to my parents a lot about it. I haven't, I got to make a decision, pretty soon about what I'm doing. I've talked to a lot of people, a lot of different voices to get as much information as I can to, just make the best decision that I can, for myself, my family, try to figure it all out. But I haven't made up my decision, but, I'm going to probably, decide pretty quickly.
You get a new suit for New York?
I do, yep. Some purple in there for TCU, so it's going to be, hopefully it looks good.
You seem to be as proud of this award for the school as much, if not more so for yourself.
Yeah, because I think
you seem to be that kind of guy.
I think when you get this type of recognition and you're a finalist for a type of award like this, it means so much to obviously me and my family, but I think it's something for this fan base, this program can be proud of. I know how proud we are of the past winners of LT being a finalist, of Davey O'Brien and Andy Dolan and all those guys that have gotten the awards, and we're proud of that, and still to this day. So I think this is just something that they can be proud of, continue to have for the rest of this program and this university. So it's good for everybody.
Go back to early September, start of the year. You're not named the starter. Could you have imagined this moment, standing here as a Heisman finalist, in your wildest dreams?
Yeah, I don't know what I would have said to you if you said this is where I was going to end up at. But I think that's what happens when you just stay the course, stay at a place that you love, continuing to work hard and be surrounded by great people. Because even without this, if I wasn't standing up here, I'd still be as happy as I am today. Whether I was playing or not. But getting to be here at TCU when we're winning, that's what I wanted. When I came out of high school.
When kids are growing up and they want to play football, they want to play college football, and they have those dreams of winning a Heisman. Did you ever have those dreams growing up, just having a chance to one day be named the best player in college football?
Yeah, it's something that, I was always a, football nerd, college football nerd. So when you're younger, it'd be Saturday night and you're watching the Heisman ceremony, you're watching guys like, RG3 and Baker and, Jameis Winston and just all those guys growing up. Eric Crouch from Nebraska, when I was young, he was a local guy that was able to win it. So you see just all those names, and you want to be, up there, one day, because that means a lot. It means you have a successful career, and all that. So it's just something that you kind of grow up wanting to be at.
The votes are already in, so the die is cast here, but so it's not like you can campaign necessarily, but why do you think you should be the Heisman?
I don't know if I really know exactly why I should be the Heisman, things of that sort. I think it's a great award that, voters have watched everybody play, seen everybody compete, but just being able to get recognized and be able to have a shot to have that opportunity to win this award just would it just mean a lot for me, my family, a lot of other people, but just fortunate to kind of be in this position right now.
Will you have an iPad with Michigan film on it with you as you travel around?
Yeah, we'll be watching, because there's probably a little bit bigger fish to fry out there. So
who's going to New York with you?
Yeah, so my parents, my girlfriend, my brother and sister, they'll be out there. I have some other family members that I know wanted to make the trip, so we'll see if they get a flight out there or not.
Anything else for Max?